Megan Heidelberg and Jamarcus Gaston with your Carolina. Every weekday morning, we give you a fantastic show, and we want to show you some of our favorites from the week.
Yes, we know we love a farmer's market around here.
Yeah.
So we have one from Slater, Marietta that just started, to the Greer Farmer's Market, which happens each Sunday, and even an artist who is a lawyer, a mom, and of course an artist with coastal vibes. Take a look at this week's YC Sizzle.
Miss Caroline, come on in. The lady of the hour.
We're going to put you in the middle, Caroline,
Yes,
from Miracle Hill
thanks.
Ministries, which we love all the work that you guys do for our community,
Thank you so much.
serving the homeless population, and of course the shelters, the thrift stores, which feed back into your programs.
The cool air
the
things
cool
that are
air.
going on now. I see your signs
Yes.
all over the place.
Because when you're unhoused and you don't have a place to go, you don't get to escape the elements. You need somewhere to go. So we
That's
love
right.
all that y'all do.
Thank
but
you.
coming up in August, you guys are doing a Kids Ninja event. And this is the second year that you've done it? It was very popular.
This is number 7.
That's 7? You guys, I guess I just hadn't heard about it before.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's our 7th
Wow.
annual Kids Ninja Challenge. It will be on Saturday, August 23rd, from about 8 until about noon at Fellowship Greenville's sports fields right there in Simpsonville. And we'll have about 550 to 600 children
Wow.
there with us, and it is going to be an exciting, hot, fun day. And we want the community to come out and support.
I had no idea that it was going on for that long.
7
Yes.
years.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember Will, my oldest, who's 16 now, like right when it first was like, do like one of the commercials.
Yes, it's
randomly.
amazing.
But this is like, I love it because it's a fun way to get the whole family involved, because what you do is, very serious and very important. So
Yes,
it's fun
thank
that we
you.
can have a little bit of fun with it.
That's right.
What age groups are you looking for the Ninja course?
That's right. So it's ages 4 to 12.
Okay.
And the beautiful part about it is it's really a great opportunity for parents and grandparents and family friends to make sure that they're helping educate our children, starting at a very young age, on the need to rally around and care for their community.
And also like physical fitness, personal fitness, caring for the community,
Absolutely.
charity, giving
Yes,
back.
it
Do we have
is.
to pre-register our kids for this?
Yes, so you want to go to miraclehill.org/ninja,
Yep.
and we can take registrations for children. We also need volunteers. We need sponsors for the event. There's a lot of things from which to choose there on our site. So yeah, check it all out there, and you can register your children there.
Nice.
If you're going to be a volunteer, is it just to kind of like man the events and tell people when to get that kind of thing?
We really come alongside those kids as great cheerleaders.
Yes, okay.
Because this is the 3/4 mile obstacle course.
Yes.
And we're partnering with Ninja Nation this year to bring in a mobile ninja unit that is going to actually be 3 truss bays in addition to all of our obstacles. So the volunteers are going to be coming alongside and encouraging the kids, making sure they're well hydrated, making sure we're having a great time and keeping that energy very high. So
Nice.
These kids, y'all are
I
doing
know.
awesome.
I want to get in on some of this.
It's hot
This looks
out
fun.
here. I know. Jamarcus, you can try the one where it's like the obstacle course.
And I already got injured.
You've just like that, you've already, oh gosh. I don't know if this is the one you should have tried, Jay.
Is it hard?
A sack race is kind of slick on this thing.
You want to
but-
sack race me? Come on, let's do it.
Yeah. He's like, no,
Grab a
I've already
sack.
fallen. This isn't my first rodeo. While Jamarcus tries to sack race, if you would like to sign up for this
You
event,
ready?
where's the best
That's
place
right.
they should go?
really, it's miraclehill.org/ninja.
She's fast.
Yeah, he's definitely outpaced
All right, okay,
there
let's
for
do
sure.
Go, Jamarcus, go.
This is really hard to do.
In a simple
I don't want to do that. My
That's
back.
what I was worried
Not
about
doing
you
that.
doing.
Well done. Nice.
You're a trooper, girl. Okay,
Yes,
tell me that
they're
address
great.
again.
Yeah, miraclehill.org/ninja.
Yes.
Yep. So you can go on and register your children, register to volunteer, register to be a sponsor. There's just all the things that you would ever want to be a part of with Kids
think
Ninja
she
are right
wins.
there on the site.
I love it. And hey, just an FYI, if you're against the race and you're against Little Red right there, it's done. She's gonna cook you, all right?
They got it.
Great job, girl. You
Well
crushed
done.
it.
I can't do
Way
any
to
of
do it. Jamarcus is gonna jump us on into the show. We've got a fantastic show for you. Thank you so much, Miss Caroline. In this morning's Kids Corner with Dr. Martha Durham, we are tackling the issues of why people align with bullies, from kids to adults. We want to know why people oftentimes don't stand up when they're either being bullied or see others being bullied. Dr. Martha Durham, you're with North Main Counseling.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that, as a parent, not only do you pray that your kid never is bullied, but
Right.
also you don't ever want to find out your kid was the bully.
Right.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that would probably break my heart even worse.
Well, and I'm going to say something. I can think of times in my life when probably I was, and you don't even realize it. Like
Yeah.
when you're younger and you really need some education around what is and isn't bullying. And not everything is bullying.
Right.
Right.
But-
Just because you're being mean, like I
Yes.
hate when people just throw around the bully word. Like, that was
Right.
bullying. Like, no, that wasn't bullying. That was
Yeah.
just someone being mean.
Right.
And
There's
being
a
direct,
difference.
and being direct is different than
Being a bully,
bullied.
too.
Oh, 100%.
It's like, yeah,
You can't call everything bullying when someone's
Right.
just telling you something you don't want to hear.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And
I
so
agree.
let's talk about it from the kids' perspective. Obviously, bullies come in lots of different forms.
Yes.
I was thinking about this question, and I was on Facebook, and I was like, that guy was kind of a bully to me when I was in school. It's something that we don't really ever get over.
Ever.
So
Ever.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important that we try to do something about it young.
Yes.
There's a program that I found several years ago called Come Sit With Us, and that's kind of how I think about how to help with bullying right now. So there was a middle school student, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name right now, but she was bullied. She changed schools, and one person came up to her and was kind to her. And she started thinking about that. She wasn't bullied at this new school, and she's like, all it takes is one person to be your friend. And she ate lunch with that person, and as she got older, she developed this app called Come Sit With Us, and high schools and middle schools can use that app. There are groups, and you can text into that app and say, can I please come sit with you? Or they invite new people in at the lunch table.
See,
But it
I
takes
love that
courage.
because
It
yes,
does.
that was always hard about middle school, not wanting to go up. And as an adult, like if we see someone being bullied,
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with myself now to
Yes.
to
To say,
stand
that ain't
up.
cool.
As a kid, it is so
It
hard
is.
because then you're making yourself a target.
Correct.
And all you want to do sometimes is stay under the radar.
Yes.
So you can just get through.
You're saying exactly what happens. So people will not step forward and help someone because they think they'll be the target next. And so, one of the things you have to look at is who is a bully who will back down? Who is a bully who's really dangerous?
Right.
And they're different, okay? And as a parent, and a psychologist, I want to say, stand up for yourself, but you
Right.
really have to be careful that your child doesn't get really hurt,
Right.
But it is that I'm afraid that I'm going to be bullied. And then some people become friends with a bully because if you're friends with the bully, you're never getting bullied.
Well, it's almost like
right?
that Stockholm syndrome. Like,
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
And we're that pack mentality too. Like you just want to go where the herd is going.
Yeah.
You
Correct.
don't want to go where outside of you. You don't want to draw any attention to it. And then you break it down even further to the physical bullying versus the mental bullying because
Oh, man.
I had 4 brothers in high school and
Yeah.
I never got bullied like
Right.
that.
Right.
Because when
Your
you have 4
brothers took
brothers that are
care-
ready
yeah.
to take
They
care
looked
of
out
it,
for you.
but at the same time there could be that mental bullying where there's like, oh, goody 2 shoes, doing your
Yes.
homework, all that stuff. This verbal.
Yes.
It's not the physical.
And also emotional. This is going to sound crazy, but looks,
Yes.
exclusion, backhanded compliments. I think about Mean Girls and Regina George, right?
Yeah.
There are so many ways to bully. And again, you don't want to say everything's bullying, but I do think that sometimes the covert methods are more painful because people will say, well, I didn't notice anything. I
Right.
didn't think he said that. I didn't think she said that. And then you feel worse,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So the kind you're talking about is pretty important.
Right.
what do you do if someone goes out? I mean, I'll never forget, like, League Middle School, that's where I went. Walked home every day, and there was a pack of girls that always, and I had to walk by them every day. And I'm like,
The Mean Girls.
here we go. And they would always, make fun that my shorts were up too high. Like I wore my pants, you know what I mean? And looking
High
back,
waters.
I was like, I did, they were. But they could have said, hey girl, pull those
You can
down.
pull
You
them
look
down. You wanna
dumb.
be like
but,
us.
Right.
I put a stop to it
Yeah.
one
How?
day.
Ooh, eat.
This
Ooh.
is
I
very
went, they went low, I went lower.
Lower.
Gotcha.
You know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
I don't mean to clap
I wanna
at
go
that.
low.
But I
Lowest.
put my hands on my hips, and I'm like, well, at least, and said a few things,
Yeah.
and then they never.
Right.
You know
So
what I mean?
those
But
are the
I
types
had
of-
in my head, I was like, I may get hit, but I think I'm faster than these girls. You
It's
know what
like
I mean?
a Christmas Story, right?
Yes.
Where he finally
The
everybody's
bully.
cheering that he just beats
Yes.
the other guy up.
Right.
I think I will tell some people if you feel secure
Mm-hmm.
and you know that you can do that, do that. Often you want friends with you when you're doing that,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes if I think it's a scary situation, I'll say pick a new route home.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
take away.
Because back in the day, all we had to worry
ability.
about was really like, you know,
Once you got past
didn't
there,
worry
there's-
about any,
yeah.
like you had like fair fights back in the
and
day.
there was no like
Now-
social media where they were going to get on and
Yeah.
and
Yes.
continue it. Like we squashed it right there at Stone
Yes.
Lake. Like it was
Right.
done.
Well,
you know?
I think schools are trying, teachers are trying. I think parents need to be really involved in ways that help their child learn what to do, like the don't walk that way, hang out with this group. And a lot of times, if you will just find your own group of friends, even one, that can be very useful.
Yeah.
If it feels really dangerous, I do think you need to ask an adult to help you. That can be dicey too, because if they bring the bully in,
I know
it can make
snitches
things
get
worse.
stitches. You always hear that. It's like, when do you know what I mean? And it's so it's hard, y'all. It's a complicated thing. We're not going to
It's
solve it in 5 minutes. So we'll make this, you know,
Yes.
more of an ongoing thing. If you need to talk to Doc, though, if you've got
Yep.
some seriously, you're like, we can't take it anymore.
Yes.
Give them a call. Look them up. Let's get you some
And I will
good.
post some things on my website as well to
Yeah.
be helpful
Love
with all
it.
that.
And
Yeah.
stay tuned, there's going to be a podcast, so we'll keep you guys posted on that. NorthMainCounseling.com to get in touch with Dr. Martha. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Of course. We are fortunate to have so many fantastic farmers markets here in the area, and we give you a good time to try some of the sampling of the markets on Market Mondays. Today we're introducing you to one that maybe you haven't checked out yet, the Slater Marietta Farmers Market. We're joined by Sarah and Sonia to tell us more about the market that runs through October. You guys take July off, but you have one more market this month coming up on Saturday, and then you're going to pick back up in August. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So tell us how you guys started this market. We have all types of markets in all areas, but Slater Marietta didn't have one, so you guys said, let's start it.
Yeah, we didn't. So back in 2021, the Slater Marietta Community Association actually recognized the need for a place to bring some local food and local vendors into the area. So we started the Slater Marietta Farmers Market. We started on First Fridays and ran it once a month, and it was a success. So the next year we added in the second and fourth Fridays, and this year we're trying out second and fourth Saturdays.
Oh, I love it. See
Yes.
which one sticks.
Yeah,
Good
so
stuff.
if you don't want to wake up early for a farmer's market on Saturday morning, you can wait until 4 and come to
I love
ours.
that yours
Oh, I
is
love
later.
that.
A little bit,
Yes.
hopefully a little bit cooler, not right in the heat of the day, which is great too. So
Yes.
what types of things can we shop from at the Slater Marietta
So
Market?
we brought a sampling from a lot of our vendors. One of our big vendors is the Briar Patch Produce. They actually have a stand on
Oh, how
276, headed towards Table Rock. So we brought some of their produce. They bring some jam and apple butter, stuff like that. We have a new sourdough vendor this year. So she does these delicious sourdough cookies. She has a sourdough
Say,
bread.
I mean, if
sourdough
you twist our arm,
and
twist our arm,
we
just
brought
try it.
some for y'all to try.
I don't care. Blow it up.
Have I ever had a sourdough cookie
So, oh,
before?
they're
Wouldn't that be
amazing.
They're so fluffy.
Yes.
That's
They're
delicious.
so
Oh,
good.
y'all.
So,
Very good.
We're all about this.
Yes.
So as we're
I
stuffing
mean,
our,
that bread, the TV's not doing it justice.
know.
That is,
It's so
that
bread is
good. Yes, and
bread
that
is
one
very
is
good.
like the lemon blueberry. Oh, it's delicious.
perfect. I see
yeah,
some,
so, I want to say, yeah, keep chatting. So
Yeah,
we need our
We also have the Salted Moose coffee truck, which is ran by yours truly over here.
Aw.
So she's been out at every market. She also has dirty sodas. which
Dirty
are-
sodas.
What's
and-
a dirty soda,
I learned about
girl?
dirty soda.
Dirty sodas. Yeah, dirty sodas are just like a Coke with our Dr. Pepper Sprite.
You can go crazy with
with
it.
all kind of flavorings, and then the cream is what makes it dirty soda. And it's very popular
Kids
right now.
love it.
Oh, my daughter loves it. Yes.
I mean, once you find your favorite dirty soda, it's a whole
It's
different
It's a thing.
Then I have ice and hot lattes and espressos.
I love the name of it, too.
Salted mousse.
Yes.
A lavender
Yay.
latte on a iced lavender latte on a hot day like today.
it off.
And
Sign,
lavender
please.
has become
Oh
popular.
yeah. Oh, I'm a
Yes.
lavender guy.
Yes.
I love some lavender.
Lavender and honey.
Of course.
Nice.
And I was about to point out the honey. It's some really
Yeah,
great.
So that is actually harvested about 5-6 minutes away from the market, so you can't get really any more local than that.
Wow.
That's right.
So that's Bates Hive and Farm. He brings out honey. Sometimes he'll bring produce. We have Fatso's Barbecue. He'll actually be there Saturday doing barbecue plates. And then we have Shanine. Jewelry by Shanine. She does these amazing.
I know. I want theirs. That is
It's
so
clay
cute.
polymer.
Yes.
She does earrings. She has clip-on. She has regular. She's been an OG vendor since the very first market.
She even has Duke mayonnaise earrings.
She does
Stop.
all
Yeah.
For the
kinds
two
of
Southern
amazing.
For the
Yes.
Southern lady that
Yes, for
has
the Southern
everything.
lady.
I
Yes.
bet she doesn't have Duke's
I love that. Tell us about the Market Moolah.
So Market Moolah, this is actually a program that we were hoping to get out there. So we don't have SNAP EBT, which a lot of farmers markets around here do, which is amazing for our community. But we just don't have the personnel to run that kind of program. So we have an incredibly generous member of our community who donated some money to do this program. So we have Market Moolah. If you have SNAP or EBT benefits, you just come to the welcome tent. Even if your money is ran out on your account, you can get $20 per person in the household. And it's a way to help our community and also help our vendors because they get that money straight into their pockets.
I love that because there's so many places that are like food desert, don't have access to fresh food. This is kind of breaking down that barrier, giving folks a chance to really support farmers, but also to do better for their own bodies too.
Exactly. So they can spend it on anything that is produce or food related at the market. And we are hoping to kind of get that out into the community a little bit so that they can see that. We also have a kids market and they get tokens. So they get a token for showing up and they get a token for finishing a scavenger hunt.
And then they start loving where their food comes from too. They know that there are farmers behind the food. Which is what
and
you want
they
them to
ask
do.
the farmers some questions as part of the scavenger hunt. So just kind of getting everybody involved a little bit more in it.
They're probably more likely to try some of the, fresh vegetables. And then if you go fresh, you're hooked. Nothing is better than something straight out of the garden.
So you guys are this Saturday for the last one for June.
Yes, 4 to 7 p.m., 210 Baker Street in Marietta. So.
Well, love it. I love that y'all saw a need, you're making it happen, and then with the Market Moolah, y'all don't forget about that. That's a really good thing. So tell all your vendors thank you for the little sampling. The cookies.
Chef's kiss.
Yes, so good.
You can go to slater-marietta.org for more information. You can also click on the events tab and it'll tell you all about the farmers market. Thanks, ladies.
Nothing gives you more vacation vibes than this artwork right here, and I love the story behind Jen Howe's inspiration and how you became this fabulous artist. Jen, thank you so much for joining us and just making our set feel like summer. If it's going to be hot today, I want to just jump in one of your paintings.
Absolutely. They kind of capture the essence of vacation.
They sure do. Tell me a little bit before we show off some of your great work, the backstory, because you were a successful lawyer, you're a mom, and you were like, you know what, something's not right.
Yes, so I practiced law close to a decade, and when I was pregnant with my second child, she had a lot of health issues, and we had to deliver at MUSC. She had a congenital diaphragmatic hernia, which was really life-threatening, and didn't really know what the outcome was going to be. Fortunately, she did really well, but did require multiple surgeries, and at some point I was not being a good mom or a good lawyer and decided that I needed to be at home.
Yes.
And I had always loved painting, loved art as a child, loved it in high school, and took painting classes as like a creative outlet while I was practicing. And when I started staying at home, like during nap time, I just started painting, and it was very therapeutic. And I started producing more art and started very timidly sharing with friends and neighbors who wanted to buy my art. And so I very slowly kind of started selling my artwork.
I love that so much. And what is it like too? Because putting something out there, I mean, this comes from you. That's got to be a little vulnerable, kind of like.
Absolutely.
Do you like
it's surprisingly crazy intimidating to share your art. And because it is something that you create. It's a piece of you, and I think that we are all our own harshest, critics too. And so, it takes years to kind of even get comfortable with that sharing process.
Well, I love it. And kind of explain your style and how you do it.
Yeah, so I went to law school in Charleston, and there were particular art galleries that I walked by daily, and so I'm very inspired by the Charleston coast, which is where I was born, and just have always had an attraction to it. And so I love the bright colors, I love impressionist artwork, how it feels like you could almost walk into a painting.
I mean, I really could walk into that backyard. I feel like I'm walking into Miss Patricia's yard from Southern Charm, right there,
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So people can just obviously buy the pieces. They can also commission you to do.
That's right. I do a lot of commissions. Usually a commission comes up when somebody wants a certain size for their space. So you have that big spot in your living room over the sofa you don't know what to do with. And you like my work, you can reach out to me and we can kind of collaborate together. One of my best tips is take some frog tape and measure out. So
Smart.
I can send you standard dimensions on canvases, and we measure it out, kind of decide on the right size and colors for the room, and work from there on getting a quote.
I love it. And like, pictures, like tell about some of the stuff that you have here. Did you, see it in a picture and then did it? Did this just come from your head? How does that?
A lot of it, so I show in Round Top, Texas, which is a big antique festival, but
Yeah.
it's its own really micro culture on it by itself. It's incredible. And so I show there, have a lot of products, and there is this lovely boutique hotel that I just loved. And so I kind of started painting some poolscapes of that hotel. And that kind of got me going down another path where people were like, well, what about the Parker? What about the Colony? What about these other, destinations? So it just, I kind of catapulted from there of creating more and more poolscapes, and in addition to the landscapes.
I think it's so cool. You've also, you made it in here, girl. This is huge to have your work here. You're doing some collabs with linen company.
Yes, so we have tablecloths and napkins and bandanas that are available. These are clouds that I painted for a wonderful friend who has a beautiful linen company out of Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
It's called Linen the Label. Check them out. You can purchase those online. And they're huge and incredible, and imported linen from Europe.
So cool. And then the scarves too. I mean, you really got your hand in everything.
Yes, so I've done 2 scarves so far, hoping to branch out and get some other styles going. It takes a lot of time, surprisingly, to design these.
Girl. Yes.
And lots of little gift items so they're easy to take. And of course, I have a really big print collection. I brought just a few here today.
Yes, I mean, y'all, so pretty. Again, this just screams vacation. It makes you want to literally, you nailed it when you said jump into one of these pictures. Where can we find you and get more information?
So I have a website. It's jenhellart.com. Been working on moving over to Shopify, and we are almost done with that. But here's an example of one of the prints framed, and I have some framed pieces on the website. The prints are available, and so are the scarves. And if you ever see something that's not on the website, things don't always make it there, but I try to get almost everything up. And this year I started also sharing my work through Serena and Lily. And so that's another really fun place that you can find my artwork. I'm in the class of 2025 artists. So every month I upload a new collection for Serena and Lily. And this piece, and then also the yellow umbrellas down there, they're both in my new collection that just launched last week.
Well, girl, I am so happy that we met. I love your artwork. Thank you so much for taking time, and just keep on rocking it.
Thank you for having me.
All her information right there on your screen. Now,
this Sunday to enjoy some of the handmade products from some of the best makers in the area. We're joined by Tiffany from the Farmers Market, along with a couple of vendors. We have Spears Acres here and also the Traveling Treatery. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, I was asking you how the market's going. You said it's going really well, because
going
the
amazing.
Sunday market is ideal, because I feel like Sundays things go at a slower pace. You want to have time to browse around and shop for folks. So.
Yeah, we're open 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every single Sunday. It's been doubled in size since last year. It's going very well.
How many vendors are we talking about?
We have 51 this Sunday, but usually we have about 50 to 60 vendors, and then about 13 farms, 5 food trucks, and then 30 artisans, makers, and bakers on top of that.
Perfect family activity on a Sunday at Greer City Park. So you guys make it really easy for folks to go and shop as well.
And now we have bounce houses every single Sunday, and we have music every single Sunday as well.
Music, bounce houses, food, and amazing vendors.
Kids crafts.
And kids crafts. So lots of things to check out. We're taking a look at some of the pictures for folks looking to come and check that out. Now's the time to get stocked up for 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
And the Traveling Treaty, I think you guys, your middle name must be 4th of July because of these festive treats that you have. The Traveling Treatery.
Treatery, yes. So think like bakery, but they're treats. They're things that make your heart happy.
Yes, and they're so artistic too. You almost don't want to eat them. They're so festive. Talk about some of the things that you make at the Treatery.
So a lot of the things, like I said, they make your heart happy, and things that make my heart happy are things with chocolate, things that are marshmallowy and ooey and gooey. So I've got like these big old thick colossal crispy treats. They've got chocolate on them.
Which apparently Rusty from Spears Acres will fight me over if I go anywhere near it. So.
Yeah. So like I've got these chocolate covered cookies and cream Oreo sandwiches. Super delicious. Everyone loves them. Even in the beat of this heat, they're going to be something you want.
And this is is perfect for that 4th of July picnic or cookout that you can buy it from you and pretend like you did all the work.
Absolutely, you could. There's all sorts of fun things. They're decorative. You've got the fun colors. It's all red, white, and blue. Who doesn't love sprinkles?
Look at these little popsicles. Like nothing says 4th of July. Look at that. Doesn't even look like it's a cookie. That's great. And then you also have the popcorn, different types of flavors of that too.
Absolutely. So I think I'm almost up to, I want to say almost 50, but I have a variety of different ones that I do. A couple of my real favorites and famous ones here, like my Fruity Rainbow. You've got cookies and cream. I've got chocolate and caramel. I've got caramel and cheese. I've got garlic parmesan. I've even got fun, festive red, white, and blue, just straight up sugar and popcorn candy glaze. Super delicious.
So if you love sweet treats, you definitely want to stop by and see you and get that shopping done before the 4th of July too. So definitely go and shop from the Traveling Treatery at the Greer Farmers Market. And we always love it when Rusty and Spears Acres is here. Did you bring the thing that you're known for?
I brought the thing.
Tell us about the thing for people who don't know our inside
we
joke.
do have we have our own little maple candied bacon recipe that we Jamarcus and myself love very much, right?
Very much so.
Very good. We typically will sell that. We do vacuum seal it, make it, smoke it, all that kind of jazz, and vacuum seal it. They sell it at the market every Sunday, along with our seasoning.
Yeah, tell us about the seasoning. As you're passing that down to me, you can
Right ahead.
Tell us about your seasoning.
Well, we now actually have added to our seasoning since the last time I was here. We have 5 different seasonings now. We have our original, which is Rusty's Redneck Rub. We have our all-purpose. Those are your pork and poultry rub, as well as your red meat or brisket type rub. If you like to smoke, cook, anything like that, just back it up a moment. At Spears Acres, we're a full-service catering company, and we happen to specialize in smoked meats, grilled meats, but we're passionate about cooking as a family, and that's why I brought my wife today. So, of course, she's always part of this, but so we've developed our seasoning around our cooking and around our recipes and around what we love.
And I feel like this recipe's gotten better since last time. It keeps getting better and better. You're changing the recipe.
You just play around with it. Practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah. Do you have this recipe on your website for people to check out, or can they ask you at the market?
They can ask me at the market, especially if they want it. It is a secret recipe, but no. We use the Rusty's Redneck Rub on that one, so it's specific to one of our rubs.
Okay.
And most everything we do, we have some type of recipe that revolves around one of our seasoning. We have added 2 new ones this year. We've got our Jake's garlic jalapeno and our brine. So those 2 are very specific seasonings. Jake's actually named after my son-in-law, Jake.
Nice.
He helped develop that recipe, and it's fantastic on everything.
So if you're throwing something on the grill for the 4th of July, definitely make sure you go to the market to get your spices and your rubs and get your sweet treats as well. Again, it's happening on Sunday at Greer City Park. Remind us of the times again.
11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
There you go. Very easy. A little something for everybody, for the family. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Of course. Now that was a sizzling sizzler.
Oh yeah, say that 5 times
Right.
fast. There really is nothing better than the homemade, homegrown vegetables, that sourdough bread.
And we have so many great markets around here, so if you're looking for something to check out in your area, you can tune into the Sizzle to YC and get lots of options and things to do. But we'll see you next week, of course, on the show at 9 o'clock, and right back here each week on WSB Plus for the YC Sizzle. Have a good one.